Hello and welcome to Ty's Talk Show. I am your host, Dr. Ty. Our topic today is on the theory of multiple intelligences. This theory challenges traditional beliefs in the fields of education and cognitive science. Unlike the established understanding of intelligence that says people are born with a uniform cognitive capacity that can be measured by short answer tests, multiple intelligence reconsiders our educational practice of the last century and provides an alternative. Today we have none other than the founder of the theory of multiple intelligences, psychologist and professor of neuroscience, from Harvard University, Dr. Howard Gardner.
Hello Ty, and thanks for inviting me to your show.
It is my pleasure. I have a lot of questions to ask you today, so if you don't mind, let's get started.
Sure.
Dr. Gardner, can you tell us how your theory came about?
Well Ty, let me first give you a little historical information. I was born on July the 11th, 1943 in Scranton, Pennsylvania. I was a very studious child who gained much pleasure from playing the piano. I went to Harvard where I earned an undergraduate degree in 1965 and a PhD in 1971. While I had originally planned to study law, I was inspired by the works of Jean Piaget to study developmental psychology. I was actually mentored by the famous psychoanalyst, Erik Erikson.
You mean the great Erik Erikson, the father of psychosocial development?
That's right, Ty. That is actually part of the reason I set my sights on the psychology. My mind was really opened when I went to Harvard College and had the opportunity to study under individuals such as psychoanalyst Erik Erikson, sociologist David Riesman, and cognitive psychologist Jerome Bruner. These were psychologists who were creating knowledge about human beings. That experience really helped set my course of investigating human nature, particularly how human beings think.
Wow, that's amazing. So, tell us what we need to know about the theory of multiple intelligences, and what exactly led you to develop the theory of multiple intelligences?
Well Ty, after spending time working with two very different groups, normal and gifted children and brain-damaged adults, I began developing a theory designed to synthesize my research and observations. In 1983, I published Frames of Mind, which outlined my theory of multiple intelligences. You know, Ty, people have many different ways of learning.
Dr. Gardner, that is so true. People just don't all learn the same way. This is important for educators and career counselors who have the task of teaching and guiding our kids based on their unique learning styles.
Exactly. Unlike traditional theories of intelligence, for example, that of Alfred Binet and David Wexler, that focused on one single general intelligence, I believe people instead have multiple different ways of thinking and learning. I have identified 9 different kinds of intelligence. Ty, may I say something to your audience?
Sure, go right ahead, Dr. Gardner. This is quite interesting.
We have this myth that the only way to learn something is to read it in a textbook or hear a lecture on it. And the only way to show that we've understood something is to take a short answer test or maybe occasionally with an essay question thrown in. But that's nonsense. Everything can be taught in more than one way.
Dr. Gardner, I agree 100%. Can you tell us what these 9 multiple intelligences are?
Yes, let me start by telling you my definition of intelligence. Intelligence is the ability to create an effective product, or offer a service that is valued in a culture.
Wow, so you're saying intelligence is a cultural connection?
Very much so. It's basically a set of skills that make it possible for a person to solve problems in life, and as you know, our culture drives our life. One can even say that intelligence is the potential for finding or creating solutions for problems, which of course involves gathering new knowledge. Dr. Ty, let me put it like this. Human beings have at least 9 different kinds of intelligence that reflect different ways of interacting with the world. Each person has a unique combination, or profile. Although we each have all 9 intelligences, no 2 individuals have them in the same exact configuration, similar to our fingerprints.
That's interesting.
The 9 multiple intelligences are 1 linguistic intelligence, 2 logical or mathematical intelligence, 3 musical rhythmic intelligence, 4 bodily or kinesthetic intelligence, 5 spatial intelligence, 6 naturalist intelligence, 7 intrapersonal intelligence, 8 interpersonal intelligence, and 9 existential intelligence.
Dr. Gardner, your theory is profound and I like it. I want to thank you for being here with us today, and I hope my audience does too. I think we all can leave here today knowing that we are smarter than we were when we came. Thank you, Dr. Gardner. Until the next time, I'm Dr. Ty.